We often blame other people for our burnout, but really it's our fault. I know at times I give too much of myself to people, and that makes people think that I will continuously be available to them. When I have dealt with frustrations of being burnt out, it's because I've given people too much. We don't say no to people or be honest about what we can do or about our limitations. We've given people too much of our time, our energy, afraid to say no at times to people, to let them down. I care about how they feel. I care about how others feel. And I know I can't always be that for everybody. It's healthy to tell people no so you can tell yourself yes. Burnout is our fault. We allow ourselves to put too much on ourselves than we can actually bear. It's okay to say no. It's okay to let them figure it out and you protect your mental health. I used to blame other people. I used to blame the world for my frustrations. And I'm realizing now it's my fault. I've allowed too much of the world to take on my time and my mental health. I've allowed too many people to pull from me to a point where I can't really do well for myself at times. My mental health take a hit. People were like, man, you starting to change. You falling off from your faith. I'm just being human. There was a point in time where if I got hit with family dying, hit with depression, hit with burnout, and I no longer wanted to try to act like I had the right answer or keep things up. I just wanted to just grieve. People are like, you got to stay strong, man. You can. Like, see me way above the Eagles cannon, motivation cannon, inspirational cannon. But I don't feel that way. I feel hurt. I feel lonely. I feel stretched thin, and I need to pull away. You're in spaces that really want you to be the best version of yourself at all times. It doesn't always feel like you can be human in that regard. It doesn't always feel like you can let your hair down in that regard. I needed that. I needed to feel like I could breathe. I needed to feel like I could be human. I allowed myself to get to a point where I felt like I had to explain things to the world when I didn't. I didn't create boundaries between me and the world when it came to my personal issues. And so my music became a reflection of where I was. And some people either understood where I was at or they didn't. But what I realized was I cared too much about how people felt about where I was in life. Couldn't carry that care no more. When I felt like it was too much to carry, that's when I began to withdraw. And that's what people tend to do when they get burnt out. They withdraw. They quietly withdraw, or they withdraw with frustration. I've learned to create a healthy balance between loving, caring, being there for people, but also being there for myself. It's okay to let them know I need to care for myself before I even give a care to the rest of the world. I won't be no good to the rest of the world if I can't be good to myself. Learn to steward my time a little bit better. I've learned to steward my relationships a little bit better. I don't pick up every call anymore. I don't respond to every text message anymore. I can be myself and breathe. But burnout can be our fault. Because again, we put expectations on ourselves to be things that people want us to be when we may not have it to be that all the time. And I think it's okay to admit that I've allowed you guys in too much. I gave you guys too much and I gave myself enough. Yes, when you should, and no, when you should. But not being afraid to say no because you're afraid of people's reactions to your no. When you're not able to tell people no, they may take more from you than you can actually give.